Aquí comienza Inglés Online TVE.
Hello, friends. I don't know about you, but it's my favorite day of the week. It's Friday. That's right. I've got that Friday feeling, and it is time for the Friday edition of our Inglés Online TVE program. That's right. So we'll be following the content, as always, following the content of the program that you can see on Channel 2 en La Dos on Televisión Española. And you can also, of course, follow all the videos and material on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, Inglés Online TVE. There's also a chat. If I can figure out how to get into it, I will participate with you as well. So feel free to write and leave your questions on the chat. And you can join us. You can join us there, of course, online. So completely interactive. And let's get things started. Oh, by the way, what I do want to say is make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. You want to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss a thing, and you'll get all the new videos, the reviews here in radio form. And if you're interested in the course, you can find information about the course at curso de Inglés Online TVE. You can find it all right there, and you can, in fact, sign up for all of the complete contents of the course. Let's get going with class number 5 in the beginner level.
Nivel básico.
Nivel básico, but I'll tell you, it is esencial, right? It's the basics, but the fundamentals of the language. So please, never underestimate the importance of working with the basics, working with the fundamentals of the English language. And that's what we're going to look at here in our beginner content. We have a sentence today which is that your telephone? No, it isn't. So here we have the introduction of the interrogative form. So in the affirmative, that's my ese es mi teléfono. That's my telephone. But in the interrogative, we'd say, is that my telephone? So we're changing the order. It's very simple, but it's very important that you remember to change the order of the words, right? So I could say, that's Fitz. Affirmative. In the negative, that isn't Fitz over there. Mi amigo Fitz. That isn't Fitz. In the interrogative, is that Fitz? That's Tino. Negative, that isn't Tino. Interrogative, is that Tino? So in Spanish, you rely exclusively on the intonation. Es Tino. Es Tino? But in English, we need to practice, we need to change the word order. So, that's an apple. In the interrogative, is that an apple? So say it with me. Let's convert some sentences from the affirmative to the interrogative, all right? So that's an apple. Is that an apple? That's John. Is that John? And even though we are changing the word order, it's still important to use a question intonation. Is that John? Okay, that's my book. Hey, that's my book. Interrogative. Is that my book? Is that my book? That's his friend Mary. Interrogative. Is that his friend Mary? This is my stapler. My stapler. In the interrogative. Is this my stapler? And by the way, a stapler, right? Grapadora. What goes into the stapler? Staples. And what's a stapler for? A stapler is for stapling. Stapling. So the verb to staple with staples in a stapler. And what's the number one problem with staplers? They get jammed. Atascado. Un atasco is a jam. We can say a staple jam. Just like atasco en el tráfico, a traffic jam. J-A-M, jam. Not yam, but jam. A staple jam. A traffic jam. It's an interesting word, jam. Also, mermelada is also jam. Mermelada de fresa, jam, strawberry jam. Okay. But yes, so here we have, is that your telephone? Tu teléfono? Is that your telephone? Now, notice how I don't say your all the time. I say your. Is that your telephone? Is that your telephone? Of course, the common short word for telephone is phone. Is that your phone? So here you have to make your ear accustomed to the way we link the words and the way we say the words quickly. Is that your telephone? Becomes, is that your telephone? Is that your telephone? Your telephone. So it's interesting. Telephones, I never had a mobile phone. In Europe, they say mobile phones. In America, they say cell phone. Right? A cellular telephone, but we say cell phone. And I never had, today is actually the 14th anniversary. It's 14 years ago that I joined Vaughan. I started training to teach English in Madrid, and I never had a cell phone before I came to Europe. I never owned a cell phone in Canada. But when I came here, I had to get one, and people were calling them mobile phones. But in North America, we say cell phone. So here, is that your telephone? And then the negative answer, no, it isn't. No es. No, it isn't. So we can practice with a little bit of vocabulary here. Is that your tu carpeta? ¿Cómo se dice en inglés carpeta? And it's not carpet. Carpet, eso es moqueta, allí en el suelo, right? The carpet. But carpeta is folder. Is that your folder? ¿Y papelera? ¿Es esa tu papelera? Is that your waste paper? We often say waste paper basket. Uf, como cesta de papel de basura. Waste paper is that your waste paper basket? No lo es. No, it isn't. So we're not saying no, it isn't. We say no, it isn't. No, it isn't. Silla giratoria. Like what I'm in right now, it's a silla giratoria. We call a swivel chair, to swivel, to move back and forth like that. Cajón. Is that your drawer? Drawer. Is that your drawer? No, it isn't. Okay, so this is the full sentence today. Is that your television? Sorry, is that your telephone? Is that your telephone? No, it isn't. Okay, very simple, right? Is that your telephone? No, it isn't. So now we have the basics of the affirmative, the negative, and the interrogative. Is that your telephone? The affirmative would be, that's my telephone. Negative, that's not my telephone. Interrogative, is that my telephone? So here, is that your telephone? No, it isn't. Okay, all right, let's move on to today's intermediate content.
Nivel intermedio.
Ooh, jealous. I'm a bit jealous of her. She has everything. She's got money. She's famous. She's got everything she wants. I'm a bit jealous of her. It's so unfair. It's so unfair. Es tan injusto. It's so unfair. But it starts off, I'm a. Remember, we linked these words, I'm a man. Soy un hombre. I'm a man. We're linking. I'm a man. I'm a bit jealous. I'm a bit jealous. Soy un poco. I'm a bit. Be careful with this sound. This is a unique sound in English. It's a sound that doesn't exist in Spanish. Bit. I've had thousands of students who say beat. I'm a beat. But a beat, eso es remolacha. Beat. So here it's bit, bit, bit. So remolacha, beat. Un poco, a bit. Bit, beat. Bit, beat. Bit, beat. Oof, beat. Also, golpear, golpeando, beating, or to beat a team. Vencer, to beat someone. B-E-A-T, or to beat an opponent. To beat, for my team, beat your team. B-E-A-T. And B-E-E-T is remolacha. Beat. But then, a bit is un poco. B-I-T. Bit. Un poco, bit, bit, bit. And we beat your team, beat, eat. So eat it. There's a different sound there. You have to develop your ear. If you cannot understand them, if you're saying, it's the same, suena igual. If you're saying that, then you have to improve your listening. So to beat your opponent and a bit, un poco. Beat the opponent, a bit, bit. Un poco. Beat, bit, okay? So, practice the pronunciation. Listen to this YouTube video, or you can also find us on evox.com. Go over it again, repasarlo, review it again and again, and you can improve your pronunciation, right? I'm a bit hungry. I am a bit hungry. I know I've been sitting here for, an hour and a quarter, and I'm a bit hungry. Un poco, right? I'm a bit tired because I've been working all day. But I'm also a bit excited because I'm going to see some friends tonight. I'm looking forward to going out. I'm a bit excited about that. But I'm a bit tired. And I'm a bit hungry, so I'm going to go get something to eat. A bit. But here, the sentence says, I'm a bit jealous of her. Celoso. De ella, right? We say jealous of. Jealous. I'm a bit jealous of her. So we don't say jealous. We say jealous. We've practiced the J before. It's like a vocalized CH. We say jealous. Okay? So, yeah, it's I'm a bit jealous. I'm a bit jealous of her. I'm a bit jealous of her. Celoso de ella. Jealous. So, what are people jealous of? I did a little research thinking about today's show, things that people are most jealous of. Most people are jealous of, I think, three different things. Your happiness, right? People are often jealous of the happiness of others. People are, maybe you've experienced this. You see, if you're going through a difficult time in your life, you're not happy, and you see someone else who's happy. Oh man, he's jealous. I'm jealous of him because he has everything, and you kind of feel resentment for someone who has happiness at the time when you don't, right? But your confidence is so important in life, to be confident, and when someone is confident, others will often be jealous of them. Okay, your achievements. Even your own best friends are often jealous of your achievements, things you've done. People get jealous of your achievements. So to be jealous. And finally, the last part. So I'm a bit jealous of her. It's so unfair. Es tan injusta. It's so unfair. So un means in lo que sea, in justa, and in this case, es tan injusta, it's so unfair. I think some laws are unfair. Some things life isn't always fair. Some things in life are unfair. Right? It's tan. Notice we say so. We wouldn't say it's such unfair. We'd say it's such an unfair rule that nobody follows it. It's so unfair. It's important to know the difference between so and such. It's such a cold day that everyone stayed inside. The day is so cold that everyone stayed inside. So it's so, adjective, noun. Or so, adjective, consequence, I should say. It's so cold that everyone stayed inside. It's such an adjective, noun, that consequence. Okay, I'm going to give you some more examples. He's such a tall man that he's great at basketball. The man is so tall that he's great at basketball. The man is so short that he can't play basketball. He's such a short man that he can't play basketball. He's such a poor student that he doesn't learn. The student is so poor at studying that he doesn't learn. Poor in the sense of bad at doing something, right? They're so bad at studying. He's so bad at studying that he doesn't learn anything. He's such a bad studier that he doesn't learn anything. It's such an interesting show that we listened to all of it. The show was so interesting that we listened to all of it. So hopefully you understand the difference between so and such. Okay? So the full sentence here is, I'm a bit jealous of her. It's so unfair. So if you wanted to use such, you could say, it's such an unfair situation that consequence, right? It's such an unfair, what she has is so unfair that I'm jealous of her. It's such an unfair situation that I'm jealous of her. But yeah, the full sentence, I'm a bit jealous of her. It's so unfair. Now, I want to remind you, just before we move on, I want to remind you that you can participate live. I have managed to, I've managed to open the chat. And Nelson writes in. Hi, Nelson. He says, hi, Kyle, here from Paraguay to learn a little more. Thanks, Nelson. Thank you for tuning in today. Carlos says, great program. Thank you very much to the Vaughn staff. Greetings from Guatemala. He writes in from Guatemala. Carlos sends a little smiley face as well. Some other people writing in here. So participate. Feel free to, if you have any questions, you can write in. You can participate in our live chat. We are live right now on Inglés Online TVE is the channel. Inglés Online TVE. And you can be sure to hit subscribe. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. You can watch it. You can follow the show there. And you can watch it on demand afterwards as well. Okay, let's move on now to our advanced content.
Nivel avanzado.
Oh, look, it won't cost you much. It won't cost you much. 5 or 6 euros at the most, but definitely no more than 6. That's my sentence today. It won't cost you much. No te costará mucho. It won't cost you much. 5 or 6 euros at the most, but no more than 6. But definitely no more than 6. Right? No más de 6. Let's look at this piece by piece. It won't cost you much. Notice the pronunciation, cost. It won't cost you much. Okay? How much does it cost? ¿Cuánto cuesta? How much does it cost? And then we have it should cost, or it should cost you. You know, it should cost, if I say, hey, how much should a TV cost? I need to buy a new TV. How much should a new TV cost me? I don't know, maybe a new TV should cost me 500 euros. I don't know. How much should a new sofa cost me? Do you know? Let me know write in online. How much should a new sofa cost me? I have Loli. Loli's writing in. Loli, tell me, how much should a new sofa cost me? Write in on YouTube. I can see her there. She says, thanks for teaching pronunciation as well. You're welcome, Loli. How much should a new microwave cost? How much should a new microwave? A new microwave should cost you, I don't know, 100 euros? A pack of staples. We talked about the grapadora, the stapler, and the staples. A pack of staples should cost 2 euros. I don't know. How much should a cup of coffee cost me? If I want to go down to the nearest bar and buy a cup of coffee, how much should it cost me? Well, a cup of coffee should cost you €1.50. How much should a new car cost me? It depends. If you want to buy maybe a Seat Leon, I don't know. Maybe it should cost me 20,000 euros. I don't know. All right. So let's send one out to our online viewers here. This one goes out to the YouTube, the people listening on YouTube, the people watching on YouTube. How much should how much? Here's my question: how much should a new laptop, un portátil? How much should a new laptop cost me? How much should a new laptop cost me? I really don't know. I know the prices are coming down, but notice we say it should cost you. How much should it cost you? How much should it cost me? In this case, for me, how much should it cost me? Because I'm interested in buying one. Nelson says, how much does that guitar cost? The guitar behind you. That's right. There's a guitar right there. You can see it. How much does it cost? That's my boss's guitar. I don't know how much it cost him. I don't know how much it cost him. If I broke it, it would cost me a lot. I can say that. If I broke it, it would cost me my job. No, we have a good relationship. I'm not worried about it. But there you go. So to cost. And then the next part of the sentence, 5 or 6 euros at the most. 5 o 6 euros como mucho. So how much? So it won't cost you much. 5 or 6 euros at the most. 5 o 6 euros como mucho. At the most, como mucho. So this is a good expression, como mucho, at the most. And notice how in Ireland, people say euro. I paid €5. And people like me, now I'm a Canadian, but living in Europe, I would say euros, €5. The Irish say euro. The Irish are the only ones that don't pluralize euros. So we could say, well, I'll be here until 7:30 today. It's 22 minutes after 7 as I speak. I'll be here until 7:30. 8 o'clock at the most. Como mucho, como tarde. I'll be here until 8 o'clock at the most. Como tarde, right? Okay. At Monday, now on Monday I have another show, my drive time show at 6 o'clock on Vaughan Radio. I'll be here at 5:30. I'll be here maybe at 5 o'clock at the earliest. At the earliest. I'll be here until 8 o'clock at the latest, como tarde. Right? I have a book out. I have a book called Business English, and my book sells usually for 20 euros. Right? It's 25 euros at the most. Como mucho, at the most. Okay, como mucho. So como mucho, we say at the most. And we use this structure with other comparisons. We say at the cheapest, at least, at the most, at the earliest, at the latest. Okay? So let's go ahead. Reviewing, we've seen it won't cost you much, 5 or 6 euros at the most. And finally, but definitely no more than 6. It won't cost you much. 5 or 6 euros at the most, but definitely no more than 6. No más que 6. 6 euros como mucho, right? No more than 6. Definitely, right? Sin duda. Definitely no more than 6. Now here we are. It's actually a pretty busy evening in the office. I'm sitting in an office. There are classrooms all around me. There are a lot of people studying. But I would say there are no more than 100 students here right now. No more than. No más de. No more than 100 students here now. There's some huge football stadiums. The Camp Nou Stadium, it holds about almost 100,000 people, but no more than 100,000 can fit in there. No more than 82,000 can fit in the Bernabeu. Wembley Stadium, no more than 90,000 can fit in there. So no más de, no more than. So the full sentence, it won't cost you much, 5 or 6 euros at the most, but definitely no more than 6. All right? There you go. Okay, we're just about out of time, but I want to thank you for listening today. I want to thank you for watching. We have Jose Luis writing in. He says, hi, from the Caribbean, the Dominican Republic. Thanks for helping us learn good English. We have Nelson, Loli, Carlos, lots of people writing in. Thanks for participating. Thanks for listening. Be sure to join us online. Follow the YouTube channel, Inglés Online TVE, and click subscribe. I'll be back on Monday with more, as always, right? 7 o'clock right here on Vaughan Radio and online on the YouTube channel. We'll see you then. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Convertimos el programa Inglés Online TVE en un curso de inglés premium para ti. 1 año de clases por menos de €1 al día, con tutor online, en cualquier dispositivo, con certificado Vaughan y ya sabes, dónde y cuando tú quieras. Curso de inglés.